The general election of 1721. Something you probably don't know much about. At least I hope so, because I don't know anything much about it either. But I do know what happened here, in the Northern Boroughs constituency. It contains the towns and villages of Rosemarkie, Wick, Tain, Dingwall, Kirkwall and Dornoch. And running for MP, as he had been since 1710, was Sir Robert Monroe of Fowlis. And he was scheduled to win, if it weren't for one thing. Dingwall. Dingwall was a Clan Mackenzie town, a rival clan, and thus he probably wasn't going to win the election here. But then, him and his brother George came up with a plan. Now, before I tell you what they did, I just need to remind you that at this point, the Great Reform Act has not yet been passed, and it won't be until 1832. And so, unless you own quite a considerable amount of land, you probably weren't going to be voting in an election. So, with this in mind, Robert and George raised an army of 200 men, marched down to Dingwall, and arrested the electors in their beds. He then brought them a couple of miles to Fowlis Ferry, over that way, and then pushed them out to sea in boats. And so, on the day of the election, he won his constituency. Of course, this came at a price of a mighty £200, 36,000 in today's money. Still got to be MP though, despite, kidnapping multiple people. In fact, it worked so well for him, he decided he might do it again. And in the 1741 general election, except this time it failed, and he was no longer the MP after that. So yeah, that's how Sir rigged an election in the 1700s, just kidnap people, I guess. George and Robert raised an army of 200 clansmen. Sorry, there's a Ross County game in the background.